What's up? I'm Julia. I gained employment. I got a big girl job. And through that, they did a background check and they had to look at my social media. So during HR training, they're like, we notice you do stand-up. We think that's super cool and awesome. But when you do stand-up, you need to give a disclaimer that what you're saying does not reflect on our organization. And so now that that's out of the way, a black guy and a Jew walk into a bar. I'm kidding. I had to go to the dentist on Tuesday because my teeth are fucked up. And I made the appointment for 7 a.m. for some reason, so naturally I got up at 6:45. And I get there, and she's like, how are you? And I'm half asleep, but I'm also trying to make a joke, because, rain or shine. And I'm trying to say, I'm awesome. I can't wait to get my teeth drilled. What I said, I'm awesome. I can't wait to get my holes drilled. There's not enough laughing gas in the world to make me forget about that. My sister and I, we were on FaceTime a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about movies from our childhood, and we got stuck on the movie G-Force. And if you're not familiar, yes, I see some people remembering this movie. For those of you who are not familiar, it is a movie about talking, fighting guinea pigs that are a line of defense in our government. And they are going to save the world from fighting evil technology ran by a mole, because obviously. And I'm looking up this movie on Google just to see all of the things about it. And I see that the most asked question is, did they use real guinea pigs? I'm like, either a child or a fucking idiot asked that question. And then I remembered the very loud oohs and ahs coming from my grandma at the theater when we saw the movie. And she was like, probably 4 pint glasses deep of Pinot Grigio, And I just imagine, in her head when the fight scene's on, she's like, whoa, how the hell did they get them to do that? And for anyone asking how we got to the theater, she drove. You can drink and drive, guys, right? Something to know about me is I used to be fat. I used to be at 220 pounds at my height, and I wasn't happy and I wasn't healthy. And so my parents, they sat me down and they're like, hey Julia, we noticed you're struggling. And I'm like, struggling? Bitch, I'm dirty bulking. To which they said, Julia, you haven't been to a gym in 3 years. So you got me there. Like a true American though, Big Pharma persuaded me and I went on the shot. And if you have anything bad to say about it, chortle my balls, I'm happy now. But it's interesting because while I've lost the weight, I haven't lost the fat girl mindset. And I say this because I still fall asleep with chocolate in my hand and wake up thinking I've shit myself. It just happens way less now. It's once in a blue moon and not bi-weekly. Speaking of shit pants though, I think I'm onto something when I say this. I think men shit their pants more than women. But first of all, women don't shit their pants. We piss hard out of our asses. So, but okay guys, raise your hand if you've shit your pants in the past 5 years. This is a safe place. I'm just gonna make fun of you, all right? Respect. And I know there's some people out there that didn't, that were too proud, but they're like, I know you know when that happened. You're April 22nd, Target, it's probably a hard day for you. But I've also noticed something between there's a culture around shitting. First of all, you men will have a group chat with your bestest of friends and take a picture of your shit like it's your daughter who was just birthed. And you'll be 4-minute delivery, no break, phantom wipe, I named it Juliet. And your friends will be like, wow, buddy, that's awesome. You're so brave. Look at you go. I also know that men aren't they're not picky about where you guys are sitting. Porta potty, totally awesome. Gas station bathroom with a long line of audibly pissed off people, fine. No door, no problem. You guys will go wherever. And you will also acknowledge that you need to shit at 9 a.m. and then drink a coffee and 4 hours later go on a run and be shocked when lightning strikes. But I was on my phone a while ago and I was scrolling and I saw that the original invention of the chainsaw, the reason it was invented was to help aid in delivery and childbirth. And I'm immediately trying to wrap my head around what that could mean because chainsaw and childbirth, they don't go in the same sentence, right? Because they don't go down there. And so I'm okay, Julia, let's work backwards. We know that at the time women didn't exactly have like a fig leaf down there. It was more like a forest that you get lost in even with a map. So, like if I'm a doctor, the first thing I'm doing is praying for deforestation so I have like a clean workspace to deal with. So I'm like, okay, it's obviously like an electric razor. That's what it is. Look at you go, Julia. You cracked the case. And so I had to fact check myself. And so I looked it up online and I was so wrong. It is definitely like a turkey carver used inside a poor woman's cookie. That fucking lady, bro. Oh my god. But it sent me down a rabbit hole. I was like, what other crazy medical practices have happened in the past that were just like absolutely asinine? And I found myself reading about female hysteria. And if you're not familiar, female hysteria was a phenomenon taking place in women across the globe in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And these women were experiencing a range of symptoms, including like fatigue, irritability. They were lonely, they were having these mood swings, and they were lipping off to their husbands. And so like men couldn't have that. So the doctors, they put their heads together. And I'd like to mention that at the time, they were really just throwing a shot in the dark when it came to understandings of females' emotions. And I say this because when they put their thinking caps on and their heads together, they were like, it's clearly their vaginas. Their vaginas are wandering, and we, brave men, we need to re-anchor them. And I'm like, re-anchor? Are we ships? And they said that the way they were going to re-anchor our vessels was by administering pelvic floor massages. Guys, in the name of science, these doctors were finger-banging women. And it worked, like, so well. Oh, my God. But, like, for some reason, they abandoned that practice. So, like, that went on to the 1950s. 1950s, different approach. Still hands-on, if you will. You encase the wrong thing in Jell-O or lip off to your husband, and your husband is on the phone with the doctor, like, listen, I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end with that. And he's like, did you try hitting her? Like, and obviously the husband's like, so many times, like, it's not working. But, like, ladies, gun to your head, you have to bring one back. Which one are you choosing? I know what I choose. I know what I'd abuse. The way I would lip off to my husband, just for him to be like, that's it. Get in the car, we're going to the doctor. I'd be like, yes! I'd like try not to skip my way there. But that's my time. I'm Julia. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
One more time for Julia Leach, everybody! That's just her second show. You witnessed